Hello everybody, it's the Yellow Chili with the 4th episode of Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. We are at our base that we sort of took over from somebody else who was smart enough to add even a solar panel, but not to add it in the right direction, so we had to add more solar panels, and actually we added the larger ones, so now we have a sufficient amount of energy, and the day just ended. But I chose to be productive during the night. So we're going to start, at least try to gather some resources here. For this we need lights on our hover vessel. So we're going to select... Wait, did this just turn on and off? Is the base like not running? We might not have enough energy for the large constructor. So we have 14 now battery. Apparently it's also draining right now. We'll see if we can make this with a small constructor because it will save us some energy. In order to get lights, we have to go back to the tech tree and we have to select hover vessel, and the lights should be somewhere down here. Here they are, spotlights. So we just unlocked them and we're gonna make them right about now. I think we're gonna make 3 at the very least, because I want 1 spotlight facing front and 1 facing right and 1 facing left, because I tend to use the third-person view a lot when in a vehicle, and this way we'll be able to see in 3 directions at the very least. Not sure if we need one to the back as well. I don't think we do, but we might add that later. So 2, and the 3rd one is coming. And what we also might want to add is a fridge for the HV. Because once you have a fridge going, you can store your meat, for example, or other plants that you picked up that usually will go bad after a certain time. And if you have a fridge on your HV, then you're not so much in a hurry to get back. Now, I'm not prepared to add a constructor yet, because the constructor, first of all, uses a lot of energy, and secondly, this HV is not actually supposed to have a constructor. I don't think it will, so... Oh, we're about to... yeah, I figured as much. So let's put that in our own inventory. I don't think it'll be a problem. Yeah, we have enough space for that. So 1. Could also make a light like this, but yeah, let's try this. So we want to have it this way, and then turn around this way, and this way. Alright, nice. We're gonna add the fridge in the back because we are front heavy as is. So we're just gonna add it right here. Alright, let's see what this does. The lights to the sides don't appear to do much. Am I just not smart enough to place them? Or are they pointing up? They may be pointing up, but I thought we put them in the other way around. So let's change and rotate. This is also a function of the multi-tool that you can access by pressing the right mouse button. So we will change this way, but it doesn't seem to do a lot. So what we're going to do, we're going to set this to... it is set to private, that's good. We're going to retrieve these and put in the regular lights. I'm sorry. And see what that does. See, that's much better. So we're just going to use those. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Alrighty, so let's take a tour. I think we need basically all basic materials. We're not going to start here because we can always get those while near the base. So this is iron. We're gonna take iron. And we are still stuck with this survival tool because we cannot make a multi-tool. Sorry, a drill. Because that will unlock at level 7 and we're only level 5, I believe. Here's a creature. I think there should also be golems here that we might... See, there's a golem. Nice. So let's turn around. So we are facing his way. Oh, he's already coming. Alright. So now we only have this survival tool. We're going to set it to defense mode. We're going to attack this guy. If you are new to the game, this is not the kind of enemy that you should be attacking. Especially not with a survival tool. If you have a shotgun, this is a different story. But you see how little damage this does. And if he damages you, he will deal a lot of damage. So nice, we're getting a lot of materials from this. And we got 2,100 XP. So in case you didn't see that, that will always pop up at the bottom right of your screen. 2,100 is quite nice. If we do 2 or 3 more of these, we'll be level 7 in no time. And I don't actually want to attack these guys here. Because, oh, this guy I want to attack. Definitely, there's another golem. So these guys, I forget what they're called. They are slower than the golems. I think they have more HP. But they don't give you as much XP. So... And you're gonna want to watch your stamina at the bottom left. Because once you run out of stamina, you won't be able to run anymore, so this guy will probably catch you. And this is something you really want to avoid. More Zascosium, that's quite nice this early in the game. It's not that we really need it, but hey, we got silicon too, copper, that's really nice. So, oh, what the heck, I'm just gonna show you how much of a pain this guy is. So our stamina is at 350 and recovering. And we really do want this to recover. And while it is recovering, we might as well make more emergency O2. And apply one of these, so we don't run out of oxygen. Running really depletes your oxygen a lot faster. So see, this guy is really, really slow. But he will also deal a decent amount of damage if he catches you, so you're going to want to avoid that. You're also going to want to aim at the head, because with most enemies, aiming at the head deals more damage to them. And I'm sorry, I said bottom right, I believe, with the XP. It's bottom left, of course. There's more iron. I don't think we got that from any of the golems, so let's pick it up. We don't actually need iron this urgently because we have quite a lot of steel plates. And most products, or most things you make in the constructor, they require iron, but this iron will be processed into steel plates anyways. So iron is not the most difficult resource, or the one that we need the most. We are actually looking for copper and silicon. Speaking of which, let's get this. Now it is kind of nice we got silicon from the golems. I'm usually, I don't mess with golems this early, especially since I tend to start on planets that don't have too many golems. And when I do mess with them, I am usually really disappointed when they give me silicon, because by the time you get to golems and you can easily kill them, you don't need silicon anymore. Silicon becomes abundant. But right here, I'm really happy that we got silicon, because we really need it. Okay, this is the map. We are gonna want to go close to the water, because I think this is where copper is. And there's another sort of greenish biome here. I think what we're going to do is pick up these plant fibers because we're going to need energy. Didn't I just see? Yeah, I did. I just went past them. Alright, yeah, let's pick them up. We could also get some wood. I don't actually remember if I showed you how to get wood, but we can do it anyways. Oh, there's more silicon. Nice. Because, as I said earlier, wood, you can make wood into plant fibers, but you don't get as much XP. Like, for each plant fiber we pick, I think we get 4. Yeah, we get 4. There it says 4 at the bottom left. And we get 100 XP. Now for this tree, you have to set it to defense mode if you want to get wood. And for this tree, we only get 50 XP. And we get a lot of wood, which can be made into, I don't know, 20 plant fibers, each piece of wood. So we get 4 wood logs. So generally, later in the game, wood is the preferred way of making plant fibers. And you're not going to need them for fuel anymore, because you have other means of getting fuel by that time. And you don't need the XP anymore, so picking these fiber plants is really only an early game thing. But we are in the early game, so we're going to rely on them. There's more iron, we don't need that. There's silicon, great. Now I don't like the third-person view when on foot, because it's sort of... It always seems a bit sluggish, although it shouldn't change too much. So, see this here? Like, it just feels like the mouse is a little... takes a little while until it accepts your command. Something that you wouldn't see when watching this video, but I can feel it quite significantly. And it doesn't happen in first-person mode, so... Alright, what else do we have here? Alien Thorn, we don't need that. This is just raw. I think we're gonna pick up this rock too, because we need crushed stone too. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about what you need to make what kind of intermediate product, because there are a lot of them. And also, in the constructor, you can also click the intermediate products, and it'll tell you what it needs to make them. So if you are wondering what you need for a certain product, it'll tell you, okay, you need this for this, I don't know, for this, to make a constructor you need this, and then it'll show you the intermediate products. Then if you go to the intermediate products page, it will tell you, okay, to make this one, you need these raw materials. And also there's a wiki for Empyrion, which is also quite detailed on that. Alright, it would be nice to have another golem just for XP purposes. I will pick up those vegetables. Oops, there's more. Oh, and there's these guys. These guys are quite easy to kill, as we saw earlier, unless they stun you, but this usually only happens when you're a nitwit like me. And you get caught by them, because they aren't fast, they aren't smart, and you just need to shoot their heads. They will lose health quite quickly. See, now we got stunned again, which isn't too bad. We're gonna use these right about now. It's always good to get to them from the back, because they have to turn around first and they're really slow. There's more of you guys, cool. They only give you 320 XP, but they're quite easy to kill, so we're gonna take the last one as well. And they give us meat. Most of them do. Some of them don't. Yeah, let's get these plant fibers too. I said get these plant fibers. Sometimes the game is feels a little sluggish accepting the commands that you enter via the keyboard. So this is why I missed this one before. Oh, while we're at it, grab the alien thorn. Alright, we have a fridge, so we're gonna put everything that's food and that can go bad in the fridge. These things, this is alien parts and this is alien teeth. You do need these, as well as the alien thorn, to make some types of medication. I don't think we're gonna need them in this playthrough, but we'll see. So we'll just hold on to them. I don't think they can go bad. I have to check this. No. So they don't expire. There's more copper. That's really nice. Eat that. I am surprised we haven't found... have we found deposits? I don't think we have. No, we haven't found a single deposit so far. But that isn't too bad because we're going to have to do some exploring later on. There's silicon, that's great. Excuse me for a second. Alright. I just needed to check a setting, but we should be fine. I was afraid for a second that my voice wasn't recording, but it is. Some of you may be happy if they don't have to hear my voice all the time, but I guess a Let's Play isn't too much fun without somebody commenting on how much he's failing. More copper, that's really nice. Alright, I think we're gonna go back to the base now. First of all, we got a quite decent amount of resources. There's 41 copper, 36 silicon. There's some iron too. This should be fine for now. The base is right behind us. Just gonna take a little detour, see if we can find anything else. And, oops, yeah. See, since this rock is sort of holding us up, might as well take it. Oh, there's a golem, nice. I was gonna say, we might find some more golem. There's one too. Guys, we're gonna take these apart. Defense mode, please. Where is he? Check if the other one is coming. Oh, I can't even pick this up. And now here comes the container controller that we have in... Oh yeah. That we constructed for this, because it can hold a lot of stuff, and we're going to put everything in here. So we're just going to take the rest of this. No, I didn't want to do that. Where did I just see the other guy? There. Nice. Now, some enemies, even when they appear to be far away from you, too far to hit you, they can still hit you. This doesn't seem to be the case with golems. If you're not actually standing right in front of them, they can't hit you. But they shouldn't, because they are dangerous. They deal a lot of damage. Let's see what this guy gives. A restroom, that's nice. So we have a sort of starting amount of Erestrum and Zascosium. That is really cool. See, we are a little front heavy. And I have to press the down key in order to get this straightened up. Alright. Oops. This is the nice thing about desert planets, that they harbor a lot of golems. There is a lot of desert golems. Now I think different types of golems also sometimes carry different types of resources. Ice golems are usually kind of cool. I once played a game where I got all the resources I needed for a CV from golems. And I didn't only do this because I needed to get the raw materials. I also did this because I needed the XP, because I was unable to spawn it. It was a CV that I had in the factory. So it's also one way of playing this game. This is why this game is really great, because there are many different ways of playing it. And there are many different types of enemies, specifically these golems that we're gonna... Oh, see, this is what I was talking about with food. Ugh, now this guy's coming at us. Shoot, I heard him, but it was way too late. Go away. Well, there's a second one. This sucks so much, and we are running out of oxygen. Stamina too. I think what we're gonna do here, the golem is coming as well. We're just gonna get in our HV and run away until our stamina regenerates. But now, since we already damaged these guys, we're gonna take him. From what I've noticed, the stamina regeneration is based on your level of food. So even when you're above the minimum amount, you do have some regeneration, but it's very, very little. So we're gonna eat this to increase our regeneration. See, it's a lot faster now because we're closer to the maximum of food that we can have. Alright, come here, guy. And in case you guys didn't notice, we just reached level 7, which is also really nice, because it means we can make a drill. Alright, I'm thinking we should probably use these two as well, and not stop anymore for anything else. Might stop for a golem, but not for one of those creatures. See, I totally didn't catch their names. Oh, there's a golem. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't let this guy escape. Golems are just too nice. They give so much XP. And a decent amount of good quality resources that we really need. Come on, man, hit him. Gold even, nice. Gold will be important much later in the game. You use it to make an EVA suit, which you definitely need to go out into space, because space is cold. Unless you're really close to the sun, where space gets a little hotter in Project Eden. But early in the game, you don't need much of it. Actually, you don't need anything early in the game, any gold. But it does get important later on when you're starting to make CPU extenders, because once your ships and your vessels go bigger, you need to extend the core with extenders. I think we're going to keep this running, so the fridge stays on and we have light. So yeah, the core will not be able to handle a certain amount of devices after you've reached a limit, and then you will need to make extenders, and they take gold unless you find the required ingredients, which you can, but it's always nice to have some gold here. Alright, so this will continue running. We're gonna put this into this guy. And we're gonna crash the cockpit cargo box. Yeah, we're gonna put everything we just found into here. This we're still converting. This we need. This we can take with us. That we don't need at all on us. Alright, and now we can also select our hover vessel. Put all of that in the cargo box as well. I think we're gonna want to have one piece of wood here so we don't run out of plant fibers. We can also put this wood in this guy. What's going on here? Oh, this is the output. Yeah, we're gonna have to eat this, which is great, and we're also gonna have to drink this. Because it restores health. Fruit juice restores 50 health, I believe, per juice, which is nice. And now we're quite close to the maximum on food. This is just going well. We're gonna refill our suit with oxygen. And it's almost sunrise. So we were very productive during this night. What else did we want to make? We wanted to make a drill. We're going to make that right now. We're going to enable it in the tools section. Drill, here it is. Let's check how much energy we have. Yeah, sorry, my microphone is blocking my view on the keyboard, and I just accidentally took off the helmet, which on a planet with no oxygen is not too smart. Okay, so we have nothing in the battery. We're gonna have to wait until this recharges. And why do we have so much consumption? What consumes so much energy in this base? 10 idle, 5 idle. Core could probably consume some. 5. Door? 1. Okay. A bed? I hope that doesn't consume any energy. It does! It needs energy! Interesting. We have 2 flares. Well, it's not too much. We have a growing light. That should be off, though. It is. We have lights that are all off, so they shouldn't be consuming anything. Oxygen should also be off. We can turn this ventilator off. This is fine, I guess. Solar panels, they make energy. They hopefully don't consume any. Player spawner plate. Okay. That also takes some energy. Alright, cool. The base should be starting to accumulate energy in a second. Can we make the drill with this one? No, we cannot. We can only make the charges for it. We can make it with this constructor, gonna start that right now. Apparently there is some energy stored, but it's not enough to keep it running. See, now it just turned off. Okay, let's turn it off again. Let's take care of this guy. Here's the tank. We have 29%. Let's get some more. Once you get the drill and the multi-tool, they replace the survival tool almost entirely. You're also going to want to make a weapon because neither of these two, the drill or the survival tool, have a defense mode. So that's what you're definitely going to want to make. Like a shotgun or something. I always prefer, not always, but most of the time prefer shotguns because I am not the best aimer. So a shotgun is quite nice because you hit everything in front of you, basically. There goes the timer. We're gonna wait for that drill to finish up, and that'll be it for this episode. There's the drill. We finished it. We need to make charges, obviously, but we can do that with this constructor, as we just realized. So let's make one. Well, it's not one, it's 5. Let's make 5 drill charges. This is also something interesting. Depending on what you're making, you may get more than one out of it. This is the case with most intermediate products. For instance, if you make ingots, you get always need 5 of these raw copper ore, for example, or silicon or whatever. It's true for all the ores. You need 5, and you will get 10 ingots out of that. So the ratio is 1 to 2, but you can't make just 2. Period. Then there is one exception. That is gold. You need 5, and you only get 1 instead of 10, which is fine, I guess, because there isn't too much gold in the game, but you also only need it for very special purposes. All right, so let's get this thing out of here. I'm tempted to leave the survival tool here just in case, because I might forget to make a weapon before we take off in the next episode. So we will always have the survival tool here. Alright guys, the sun is shining, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.